Hey gang, it's your old buddy Rod, drSilverage, with you once again down here in my little treasure trove of toys and comics and whatnot. Um, just want to do a quick video on this holiday weekend. Hope everybody's enjoying it. Labor Day weekend. Boy, summer kind of went by fast though. It really did. I was kind of bummed because summer's my time of year. That's my time of year. I know a lot of people don't like it when it gets to be 80, 90. I don't mind it. I like it. The hotter the better for me. Now the humidity for sleeping, that's no fun. But I mean, really, we get like 3 months for summer, and the rest of the time feels like it's winter up here. Anyway, I want to do a quick video. As quick as I can make it, as quick as it works out for me. You guys all know that. These are books that were gifted to me from my local comic store, Chaotic Comics in Dover, New Hampshire. I want to thank Jason, the owner. Thank you again, Jason. I really appreciate that. And glad I can be of some help now and then. So hopefully you guys will enjoy the pickups. Let's get right into it. I got some Silver Age, I got some modern, I got some dollar books that we're gonna go through. So I figure we'll start out with the new books. I know there's not a lot of people, I guess. Well, I shouldn't say that because I'm just talking about my circle, maybe like the fossils and whatnot. Not a lot of people buying new books or modern books or whatever. But I still pick up some of the Hulk. Anything to do with the Hulk I pick up. And then usually if for DC I'll pick up something if it might be like a crisis event and it looks good. Or Justice League. I'm a big Justice League fan. So if it's something to do with any of those, I'll at least give it a look-see to see if I want to pick it up. But first off, right here is World's Finest, number 6. And speaking of fossils, this was recommended by Eric Breen of our 4-Color Fossils show. And so far, it's delivered. I've really enjoyed it. So, really appreciate you recommending that, Eric. It's awesome. It's nice to hear about a book that, folks like me are going to enjoy. You know what I mean? And, I don't get too much into politics or anything like that on my channel. But I've very few books today, new books from the big two, I'll say, because there are a number of great indie books that I really like. But from Marvel and DC, there's very few that are interesting to me anymore. So I know that's probably a recurring theme amongst folks my age and whatnot, but it is well, I don't want to say that. So, anyway, that's just the reality of the situation, I guess. All right, next up, we're going to dive into some crossover action between Thor and Hulk. Just trying to organize them here. Let's see. All right, that's the end of it here. Okay, we've got Thor number 26, and this is part 4 of the Banner of War crossover between Thor and Hulk. I love that cover. That's a really cool cover. Thor hulking out. Picked up 2. Now, before you give me any credit for saying, oh, you picked up 2, one for a reading copy and one for, to keep pristine. Oh, no, that would make too much sense. No, I picked 2 up because I forgot I picked one up, and then I picked another one up. So, but that's okay. Thank you again, Jason. All right, and then this is a variant cover of, I believe, 26. No, this is a variant cover for the next one. Sorry. Getting confused here. Getting confused. All right, we'll start with this one. And this is the finale, it says. Hulk number 8. This is the finale of that storyline. And then I picked this one up because I did like this cover. I like the colors in it. You know. So the only thing that's missing is Thor. I mean, Donald Blake Thor. I'm sorry. Donald Blake probably doesn't even come into play anymore with him, I don't believe. But that was the Thor I grew up with when he was Donald Blake. That was his secret identity. So, anyway. All right. We're going to get into some dollar books now. That was part of the gifting. And I'm really psyched for these because I really love these books. And these are in great shape. And I'm looking to build 1 or 2 sets of these. So here we go with from August of '92. That's the copy date on here. Was Justice Society of America, and this is number 1. It was part of a where does it say here? Part of a mini-series, I believe. Or maybe this wasn't. I thought it was a mini-series. But anything with Justice Society. Okay, sorry about that, gang. Had a package come to the door for my son, so had to go get it. Anyway, where was I? I was right here with Justice Society of America. This is part of a 10 issue series. So this is number 1. So, and then okay, here's the 8-part miniseries. This predates that. This is from '91. And this is an 8-issue series, mini-series. So, and here we go with a number 1 with the Flash. Love Jay Garrick as a Flash in JSA. Here's number 2 with one of my favorite characters, and that's Solomon Grundy. That's a nice cover there. Nice black cover. Here's number 3 with Green Lantern. This looks dark over here. I don't know why. Here's number 4. With Hawkman. Here's a neat cover with Flash and Hawkman. It's number 5. Very cool. And here's number 6 with Green Lantern and Black Canary. When I was a kid, I used to think you pronounced black canary. I thought you pronounced it canary. Canary. I never associated it with a bird when I was a kid, you know. Isn't it funny, the things that you think of as a kid and you grow up and you're like, man, what was I thinking? Cannery? What the devil's cannery? Anyway. All right. Here's another one, nice cover. Number 7 Nice bright orange cover with the whole team on there. So I need just another issue number 8, and I'll have that complete set. That would be cool. And then next up here, I've got something. This is a part of a series that I've been trying to pick up slowly but surely, because I got interested in it through Tim Howlermouse, and it is Starman, and this is an 80-page giant. It's square bound, so that's a bonus. I love square bounds. But yeah, Tim got me hooked into the Starman series here, and so I'm slowly picking them up here and there whenever I can, whenever they're in good shape and I can afford them. So, and most of the time, I mean, they're not too expensive. Most of the time, I got to be honest, I've picked them up in the dollar bins, you know, or 50-cent bins. So whenever I can come across them, and I'll pull them out and take them home, give them a new home. All right, next up is another favorite team of mine in the Marvel Universe. It's Squadron Supreme, and this is New World Order, and I imagine it's probably, I don't know, I've never seen this before, but it looks like it's a special, like, independent story. It's not like a trade paperback or anything like that, I don't believe. So, but the artwork in it was pretty neat, you know. So, the artist on this, let's see here. The writer was Len Kaminsky, sorry. The penciler was Anthony Williams, and the inker Andy Lanning. So, the editor was Tom Brevoort. I'm not sure how you say that name. So I'm sorry, Tom, if I butchered your name, man. Didn't mean to. But it's really cool. Look at that. That's pretty neat. You know. Pretty cool. And it's got a wraparound cover. So that's the front part of it. And then the back part. You know. So it was anything to do with Squadron Supreme, Squadron Sinister, those two teams, which are basically the same team, depending on what alternate Earth you happen to land on. I love those characters. So, and then the final dollar book was another character that you don't hear too much about really anymore anyway. But it was a character that was kind of big in the 70s. It was probably his heyday in the 70s as a backup feature to Batman. In, like, I think it was Detective Comics. And it's Manhunter. And it's like the Manhunter I know, Paul Kirk. I know there's been a couple other Manhunters either before or after, but mine was Paul Kirk, and that costume right there. And this is I guess it was a gathering of some of his stories, because these are ones that's got Batman in it with him. So I wonder if they list the books that where the stories came from. I don't see it there. How's that for a splash page? They talk about the background of Manhunters and whatnot, which was pretty cool. The tale behind the tales, which is pretty neat. And most of these were done, I believe, they were Archie Goodwin and Walt Simonson. I mean, and I really enjoyed them. You know, look at that. Some really great stuff. Really great stuff. But I had never seen this all collected anywhere. So, oh, you've got clones. Yeah. And it like lists all his gadgets and stuff. That's pretty neat. So, yeah. So it's a character I like. And I don't know any more about this book than what you're seeing right in front of you right now, because it was in the dollar bin and I picked it up. First time I'd ever seen it. But I know I love the character. And so I'm anxiously looking forward to reading this. So that'll be cool. All right, so now we're just down to some Silverage stuff. So let's see here. Okay, I didn't write what issue number it was. So hold on a second while I just kind of open this up so I can know of what I speak. I better probably do it to all of these because I don't think I wrote down what they were. But this is number 37. All right, this is Fighting Marines number 37 from Charlton Comics. All the way from 1960. Wow. 2 years before I was born. All right. I got to open up this one here too, because these ones I didn't really even get to write them down yet. So just been a hectic week. So all right. Okay. This one is in really good shape. And this is number 129, volume 1 from 1959. And it's Lone Ranger. The photo cover, Clayton Moore. There you go, Ranger Sly. There's one for you. Alrighty, and the last one is also a Western book. And it is based on a TV show, which, when it was on first run, what they call first run, I never really watched it. It was on Monday nights, like 8 o'clock, I think. But my grandfather, who you've heard me tell stories about before, going with him to get his paper and picking up comics and wrestling magazines and whatnot, that was, I think, his favorite TV show, and it was appointment television, mister. If you go up to, they lived, 100 feet away, maybe 200 at the most, if you count on the other side of the fence type of thing to the house. But so we got to see him every day and everything. But if you were up there visiting on a Monday night come 8 o'clock, well, the conversation's going to get a little one-sided, because Mister, he wanted to see what was going on with Matt Dillon and Miss Kitty. So I guess you can figure out what this is from. And this is, what did I say, issue 21 from 1960, courtesy of Dell Comics, Gunsmoke. So that's pretty neat. Look at the ads on the back there. I know a lot of us like the ads on the back, or the ads in the book. It's funny because I was never, that enamored with the ads in the book, although there were some cool ads. For me, I was always enthralled by the house ads of other comics that were going to be coming out. And I was like, oh, I'd like to find that one. But this was back in the day where, while comics were more prevalent, they were available in other stores, convenience stores, grocery shops, drug stores, stuff like that. I didn't have a lot around me where I could just go. I had to rely on my parents. My parents were going there, and if I had, a quarter or two with which to get something. So it didn't make for ideal collecting situations. So there were many holes in my collection as a kid. And then throughout the 70s, I was able to slowly start collecting monthly. And then in the 80s, I was able to go back and fill those holes in many, if not most of my childhood series that I used to get, which, by the 80s, I was picking up most of what Marvel put out, superhero wise. I was not big into Conan, Sword and Sorcery, not so much. Some of the horror, a little bit of horror here and there, but mostly I was about the superheroes. But yeah, that's pretty cool. But I love those house ads, and I know a lot of people, would like to take the ads and blow them up, like Captain Strangelife's Hans. He does that. He loves the ads. So does Gratu Orloff, also a big ad guy. I would like to take the house ads and blow them up and make them into posters. I think those would be cool too. So, but we all have our loves and whatnot. So it's what makes us who we are and makes up this wonderful community. Well, that's it for the books I have. I wanted to make this video earlier in the week, but this past week I was given some bad news, or I discovered some bad news, that a fellow YouTuber of the community, longtime member of the community, had passed away. And he was one of the first community members that welcomed me into the community and interacted with me. And I really enjoyed him, and I was so thrilled to be accepted in the community early on by guys like Captain Strangelife, whom I've said many times wouldn't be a drSilverage if it wasn't for Captain Strangelife. Dr. Von Chilla, another great pillar of this community, a long-time YouTuber, collector, and member of the community. Howler Mouse, several others. Hippies Collectibles, Tom, another one that welcomed me in, and stuff. And I really felt like I was brought into a family. There were finally people that you could talk to and understood your passion for this medium, and for collecting in general, not just comics, but for toys and cartoons and magazines and whatever folks like to collect. But I really felt I was brought into a family. And for that, I really appreciate you all. There's too many of you to name. But this YouTuber that I'm talking about, who just passed away, his name was Monty Parks. He went by the name in YouTube. His handle was CollectorofStuff. And Monty was a great person. He really was. Instantly connected with him, and really enjoyed his videos. He was one of the first, like those people I mentioned previously, to give me a shout out and welcome me into the community. I really appreciated that. I was able to send him some books and stuff that he was looking for and whatnot. So it really made for a really nice friendship. And I had just spoken with him over the last... He hasn't made any videos, I don't believe, he hadn't made any videos in the last, I would say, 4 or 5 years or so. And it was, a lot of it was due to health issues that he had. And, but I'd kept in touch with him through Facebook, through those years, and I would hound him, say, Monty, when are you going to get back on, make some more videos? Sorry. And the last I spoke with him, he had mentioned that he was going to be moving, and he was looking forward to setting up a man cave, and was looking forward to getting back into making videos. I talked to him last on August 13th in Messenger on Facebook. He was at a convention and was so happy that he had just bought some, I believe they were Star Wars comics that he was looking for. And he was so happy, he couldn't wait to show me. He said later on that day he was going to send me a picture of what he got. Unfortunately, I never received those pictures. I don't believe he ever got the chance to make those pictures. So I just happened to be on Facebook this past week, and I saw a picture of him with a video on it. It was posted by GPAP, Gene Paul Ace Peter, on his Facebook page. And at first I thought, because it was Monty doing, he could play piano and sing. He was heavily active in his church and church choir and all that stuff. So I was like, it was a Elton John song that he was doing. And I'm like, did Elton John die? You know, that was my first thought, because I'm thinking, I just talked to Monty not too long ago, and before that, and everything was going cool. So I'm thinking Elton John passed away. I looked up Elton John. No, he was fine. And then it hit me. And then I went and did some more research via Monty's page, because his Facebook page was still active, is still active right now. And discovered that he indeed had passed away. And my thoughts and prayers go out to him and his family. He was a great guy. And you can still go to his YouTube channel and see his videos. So any of you old timers like me who might remember him, maybe you stop by and check out a video of his. So anyway, Gonna miss you, Monty. You were one of the best. Thank you for your friendship. And Godspeed.